everybody. Welcome to Pizzacast number 5. It's the 5th one, right?
It's the 5th one, yeah.
It is the 5th one. We got all kinds of stuff for you this week. We're going to talk about, apparently, a DC character is going to come out of the closet, and there's wild speculation on who it is. Yeah. Also, we're going to talk E3. It's coming up next week? I think it might be next week. If so. Not the week after. So we're going to be talking about that and what could be there, what we'd like to see, that kind of stuff. We might talk about that new Great Gatsby movie, some webcomic stuff, and more tonight on Pizzacast. And as always, I'm Cody.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Samantha.
Oh, thank God we made it through the open, guys. We made it.
That was and you didn't have to do it.
Yeah. Smooth sailing from here. Before we get into some of our news topics, I guess we'll start talking a little bit about what we've been doing this week. So, you guys have anything to get the ball rolling?
I've been loving this PvP storyline they've been doing, the D&D one they've done recently.
I've been reading it, yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
And I usually don't like the offshoots from the main cast, but those 3 D&D players are great.
See, I like Val. I like the dwarf.
Yeah.
But I'm not sold on the super competitive guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Although, to be fair, I wasn't sold on him when they first appeared in the Magic the Gathering storyline. But no, it's all right. It's pretty good.
Now, one guy looks like Fred Flintstone, though.
He does, yeah. Well, I think that's because of Kurtz's new kind of looser art style. He revamped everything a couple months ago because he was getting almost photorealistic there for a while.
Some of his caricatures were really good from that period, though. Oh
yeah, well, you know what it was. He was taking scans of actual people and tracing over top of them.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because that's not a secret. I mean, he was doing it during his live streams. I mean, people could see it. That's not a slight. I mean, that's a legitimate way of doing art. I mean, when I draw stuff, I mean, sometimes if I can't get a position right, I'll overlay something.
And, it still takes a lot of skill to trace somebody's face and not have it turn out like a freakish monster.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Just be a mess of lines.
Now, here's a question. When he did the storyline with these characters, it was about 6 months ago, I think. Maybe a little less than that. It was actually like a in-strip advertising for Magic the Gathering. That he was trying something new where he was subtly building a storyline around a company that was giving him money to do a series of strips. Do you think this is the same thing that he's doing with D&D?
Probably, actually.
Okay.
It seems like it, but it doesn't bother me that he does that because I think it would still be the same strip either way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have no problem with it. Again, that's not a problem. It's better than, being very blatant about, all of a sudden Francis starts wearing a McDonald's T-shirt or,
Oh, gee, I really love this. Yeah. The Wendy's or whatever.
Have you guys tried the new, what's that spicy guacamole chicken sandwich at Wendy's? It's delicious.
It's chicken and guac.
Get guac.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I like it. I like it. It's actually generating some really good character bits, and it's not like the characters only show up for the advertising stories and then disappear. I mean, Val has become a main character, and what's her name? The former head of Magic is now in charge of the PvP offices.
I like that character too.
I do too.
Hilarious.
You know who she reminds me of? The Jennifer Walters from Arrested Development. It reminds me of
exactly
when I read that character, I hear that voice.
Yeah. Me too.
Awesome. Well, then we're in agreement.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I was thinking about saying that, actually. I'll bet that's what he was going for.
Yeah, I bet it. I mean, clearly.
What else?
Now what?
Okay. Well, I'll go with one of mine. I'll be honest. I haven't really done a whole lot. Not because I've been super busy. I've actually had the last 3 days off and have decided not to do shit.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. It's been kind of nice. It's been kind of nice to not work all the time. But I'm kind of stretching to kind of come up with some stuff. I did watch a movie the other night called The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. It's Asia. I think it's Korean. I think, but it's it's almost a straight Western with it doesn't have like samurai elements, but it has it's kind of shot as if it were a kung fu movie, but it's a straight Western.
We've been meaning to watch it.
I've had that on my queue forever.
Oh, excellent movie, guys. I mean, the basic plot is the whole thing is set in Manchuria during the 1930s, during Japan's occupation of Manchuria and Korea. They were the Nazis, so they are a major bad guy in this. But the whole deal is there was a map that everyone's after, and apparently it's like a treasure map or something. That's what everyone keeps reading it. Of course, no one can read straight Japanese, so everything's they got to find a guy who translates it, and he can only translate like certain words because he's flipping through a giant Korean to Japanese, dictionary trying to translate stuff. And it comes down to three. There are other characters, but there are three main protagonists. Sorta. There's I don't have the Wikipedia page up, so I can't remember the names. Guy number one is like this goofball thief who he just kind of bumbles his way through the entire movie, and he wears like an aviator like hat with the goggles and like a couple of Lugers, because everything from around the time is taken off of dead Nazis and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's also a bounty hunter who is like the lawful good character. I mean, he doesn't do anything outside of the law. He goes and hunts down villains for pay. And then there's this very obvious anime like bad guy. He's got the anime hair over one eye, and he's like proficient with knives. And it actually has a pretty that you're kind of led to believe is like he is the bad guy. There are no redeeming qualities to this guy whatsoever. And you get all the way to the end, and there is a pretty significant twist, which explains why this guy has been so hell bent on finding goofy, bumbling guy and everything else. Because really, no one cares about the treasure. It's just kind of a background plot. The bumbling guy wants to try to find it. The bounty hunter, the bumbling guy wants to find the treasure. The anime bad guy wants to kill the bumbling guy, and the bounty hunter wants to capture the guy with the knives, the anime guy. So he's tailing the bumbling guy, knowing that the anime guy is going to chase after him.
It's like this weird, like, love triangle.
Kind of a love triangle with bullets. Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's really good, and I would definitely suggest checking it out. I would bump it up on your queue as soon as possible. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Problem is, there is no English track, so it's all subtitled, which I don't have a problem with. But some people, I don't
have a problem with subtitles.
Yeah.
It matters though how tired I am.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Okay, your turn.
Did we have another thing?
What have we watched? Anything? I'm trying to think.
We watched The People versus George Lucas.
Oh yeah, how is it? I've been wanting to check that out.
It's pretty good. You're not going to hear anything you haven't already heard.
Right.
About the whole thing, but there's some interesting tidbits here and there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you remember anything interesting about it? MC Chris is not in it.
Really?
MC Frontalot is.
Wow, that's kind of an odd choice. If you're going to pick a nerdcore rapper to be in your movie, that's one of those two. But that's kind of weird.
Yeah, MC Chris has a more prominent Star Wars connection, I think, than Frontalot does.
Right. Huh. Because, yeah, I don't really... I wouldn't really associate Frontalot with Star Wars. Very odd.
Yeah.
Now, the position that they take, is it very much like a one-sided standard George Lucas is ruining our childhood kind of stance?
It is kind of at first, but they kind of bring it at the end, kind of like, oh, we still love him.
Yeah, you can't help but love him.
Okay.
They were pretty even-handed, I thought. Like, it wasn't too...
Okay, that was what I was wondering, because when I'm watching documentaries, I like the documentaries that the filmmaker clearly is not taking a side. He's just presenting the facts, and so it gives the viewer the ability to kind of pick and choose what side they want to be on the issue. Kind of like King of Kong. They portray Billy Mitchell as the villain in that movie. Have you guys seen King of Kong?
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
Oh yeah. But they portray him as a clear villain, but it's not. It doesn't have any doing with the. It's not the filmmakers doing. It's it's all Billy Mitchell is an awful person.
Yeah, that's just the way he is.
Yeah.
There's another documentary on Netflix about arcade game champions like that.
Is it a Fistful of Quarters or something like that?
No, that's the subtitle of King Kong.
Ah, right, okay.
I forget what it was called.
What was it?
It was a documentary about people who get high scores in arcade games in the 80s. I forget what it was called.
Special one lit was.
No, that's the pinball
I was
one.
gonna say that was the pinball one.
There's a lot of weirdos that collect pinball machines.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if I had the money, I would be one of those weirdos collecting pinball machines.
They have like just houses full of them, like literally rooms just completely full of pinball machines.
That would be awesome. Not gonna lie, that would be awesome. I'll tell you what, if I ever hit the lottery, I'm going to search out a pinball machine of the rock opera Tommy by The Who, because the whole point of Tommy was based around pinball, so it'd be kind of a meta thing. Yeah.
I know. What movie you're talking about? I can't
remember what it was called. Look it up on Netflix real quick. We can edit this out.
We could, but we're not. All right, Netflix.
Where would it?
Wait a minute. Is that the fight music from Star Trek? Sam, did you just? Yeah, I was gonna say. I think Sam just.
I don't know.
That would have been awesome.
Chasing Ghosts.
Ah, okay.
That's what it was called.
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't as good. It wasn't nearly as good as King of Kong, but King of Kong is almost not a documentary, and this is.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to check that out, I guess. But anyways, the People versus George Lucas, is it worth the time?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the best documentary I've ever seen, but it's entertaining.
You get to see some cool old Star Wars stuff, and there's a bit about the fan edits of the movies that's really interesting. I knew that they did that, but I didn't know to what extent people edit existing movies.
Really?
Yeah, there's just there's a whole website of where people edit movies to be more how they want them.
Weird. Very weird. I mean, I saw there was a Star Wars Uncut that they had up on YouTube for a while. I think it might still be there, where a guy redid the entire Star Wars using 15-second clips from user-submitted, YouTube clips.
Yeah, that was in there.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, they used a lot of clips from that, actually.
So that's cool, because I sat and watched. I killed an evening watching that thing one day, and it was amazing.
What are you looking at? What we've watched lately, so we can talk about what we can talk about.
Well, while you guys are looking up, I just have one more thing here real quick, and I just want to hit on it real quick. I read a lot of webcomics. I mean, during the week, I mean, there is about 20 or 25 during the week that I will hit. I mean, I read a lot of them, and there's one that I came across a couple months ago, actually a little longer than that, maybe 6 months ago, that I've really started to enjoy, and it's not a big one, and I just kind of want to get the word out on it. It's called Anyone for Rhubarb, and it's at www.anyoneforrhubarb.com. It started out as kind of a non sequitur type one panel with a little blurb and a little funny thing ripping on pop culture strip, but lately they have the guys kind of moved towards using panels and long form kind of strips. I mean, there's no continuation from one strip to the next by any means, but I mean, they're a lot longer, and they're just goofy as hell. I enjoy them. The art style is it's definitely cartoony. It is not photorealistic by any stretch, but it works really well for the strip. And they actually lampoon a lot of comic book stuff, which is always enjoyable.
Yeah, I read a couple of them before we started recording. They were pretty good. I liked them.
Yeah. But no, I just kind of wanted to highlight that real quick because, it's a good one. It's one worth checking out, I think. And the guy only updates once a week, so, once a week takes you about a minute and a half to read them,
I think I read more stuff from webcomic creators than I do actual webcomics.
Oh, really?
There's like people I follow on Twitter and Tumblr and stuff that I don't even read their comic, but I follow them.
Yeah. You know, I at least try to attempt to try out their comic at first. I mean, I like I said, I follow a lot of webcomic guys. I read a lot of webcomics. So I mean, you know, and I try to support them wherever I can because I mean they're putting stuff out for free on the internet, and I mean it would be just as easy for, you know, if everyone, you know, read them and didn't support them, you know, monetarily in any way, then, you know, it would be the death of the genre, the movement, I guess. And, you know, so my big thing is I support things that are quality.
Yeah.
As whenever I can. And definitely stuff like PvP, Penny Arcade, Chris Straub's various strips.
Yeah, I bought one of the Star Slip books.
Yeah?
A while ago. That's really good. I think it works better in book form than it does.
I would imagine it does. I haven't sat down. I'm kind of, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm kind of waiting for a sale. I mean, I support webcomics, but you know, I'm poor, so. But no, I've been kind of waiting for kind of a deal for a multi-book thing, and been really because I think it would work too, especially these later strips.
Yeah,
these strips lately they just do not transfer one to the other.
He's ending it too. It's on its way to the ending.
He's tried to end it once or twice already. But you know what? If it's as long as it wraps everything up and as long as it makes sense, that's okay. I'm okay with it. I just hope
I liked F chords. I wish he would bring that back.
Yeah, but you know, I think he's about done with it because he's canceled and brought it back like once or twice.
Yeah.
Even this last time had a callback to his first strip, Checkerboard Nightmare.
The one guy was Chex.
Yeah, which would have been interesting if they would have eventually gotten to. If he would have gone to a meta place with it and made the character not just an homage to Chex, but actually Chex the guy.
Yeah,
that would have been kind of neat. But no, anyways, anyone for
I liked
Rhubarb
in the first run at how Ash lived at an old folks' home.
Oh yeah,
that killed me.
Yeah,
low mobility shuffleboard.
But anyways, anyone for Rhubarb is a good strip. Check it out.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right, now what? Should we go into DC gay speculation?
Well, what do you say we go ahead and take a break here and come back? Does that sound,
all right, that sounds good.
Sound like a plan? Okay, well, we will be back in a minute.
Hey everybody, we're back from the break, and now we're going to discuss the news that apparently DC is pulling one of their iconic heroes out of the closet. But they haven't revealed who.
Yeah, I heard that news. It came after, I think it was a convention out of London, I think. You know what, let me pull the news article. The news article not on Pizza Extreme Team, unfortunately, because we have been lazy, and we apologize for that.
Yeah, but you want to hear my prediction?
Let me get this article up here first to kind of talk about.
But it's funny.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I think that it's Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter. Okay.
Because in his name is Manhunter, so...
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's gotta be gay.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
But has he been in any?
He has.
Anything?
He's been in the book Stormwatch.
Oh, so
yeah.
I guess it can't really be him, but...
No, they're saying that it's a character that has been already... What is it? A character that's already shown up in the books.
Oh.
Yeah,
I thought they said it hasn't been.
No, Dan DiDio has said that it's a character that has already been in the books or has shown up in DC material already.
so maybe it is Martian Manhunter.
It might. Well, I have some opinions on this thing. First off, I am all for, gay and lesbian characters and, gay and lesbians in the media and gay and lesbians in general. I have no problem with them whatsoever. It's a non-issue for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But this thing that DC is doing, this whole outing a major character, is nothing but a massive cock block to Marvel Comics, where last Wednesday, we should say, because this is going to be out a week later, in X-Men number 50.
There's
North Star, the French Canadian mutant gay character who has been openly gay since the mid '90s and has been hinted at gay for many, many, many years before that. Recently proposed to his boyfriend Kyle in the issue, and there's going to be a whole wedding issue that is supposed to be it's supposed to kind of harken back to the Jean Grey and Cyclops wedding issue at the Reed Richards and Invisible Woman marriage issue. It's supposed to be like a total throwback to that, but with the twist that it's a gay marriage. So
it worked for Archie Comics, so we're going to do it too.
Exactly. The Marvel thing is a reaction to the introduction of Kevin Keller and the Future issue that they put out a few months ago, where Kevin Keller was a United States Army vet who married his boyfriend. So it's all one thing on top of the other. But this whole thing with DC, it just seems to me like, Marvel's gonna do something with gay and lesbian characters. Ha, gotcha. And we're gonna make it even bigger because it's a well-known character. Boom. But here's the thing. It's not going to be a major character. It's not going to be, you're not going to see Superman, liking dudes. You're not going to see Batman all of a sudden saying, "Hey, I'm going to trade in my gray costume for pink." You're not going to.
What if it was Batman though? Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Well, it's not going to be Batman, and it's probably not going to be Robin, or at the very least, it's not going to be Dick Grayson, who is Nightwing now. And I'll tell you why. Back in the 50s, there was a big movement to ban comic books. They're saying comic books was a negative influence on children, and there was an article that was published. It was either an article or a short book or something called "Seduction of the Innocent," where the writer
I've read about this.
Yeah, and I can't think of the writer's name off the top of my head because I am tired. But his major complaint with comics, or major damnation of comics, was that Batman was nothing more than escapist fantasy of homosexual tendencies in grown men, and it was influencing children to become homosexuals. And for that reason, they're never going to make Batman or Dick Grayson a gay character, despite the fact that Dick Grayson would be the perfect character to make a gay character. I mean, he is just prominent enough to be outed as gay without
and have it mean something.
And have it mean something. Exactly. He would be the perfect character, but you would never see that because it would be proving that guy from the 50s right.
Even though that was how many years ago?
Well, still, but I mean, you're still going to have people that are be like, "Ha ha! I knew it. Comics are terrible. Aha! This is proof." So you're not going to see, and plus, you're not going to see a super high-profile character like Batman because, I mean, too many people see Batman. Too many people outside of comics see Batman as an iconic character, and there are too many wackos out there who would take offense to it.
Yeah,
you're not going to.
That'd be the funny part. That all like the comic bros freaking out because Batman's gay.
Oh yeah, it would be hilarious to sit back and watch, but then you're gonna have Westboro Baptist Church and other groups that are less militant but more active and more of a threat come down on DC and Warner Brothers as a company hard. Yeah. So you're not going to see that. You're also not going to see Wonder Woman because in the press release they said he multiple times, and plus, I mean they already have a fairly prominent lesbian character, Batwoman.
Batwoman.
Yeah, which for comic fans is fairly prominent because it's an excellent book and a good character and a callback to the 1950s character. But outside of the comic reading community, if you say Batwoman, they're going to think of Yvonne Craig from the 60s Batman TV show. Again, they're not going to. It's definitely going to be a male character. I feel.
Yeah, I think they said that it is.
Yeah. There are a couple of characters that I think they're going to go with, and I have a little bit of thought behind it. But before I get into that, because I've been talking way too much, you guys weigh in on a little bit more, I guess. Like, seriously, who do you think is going to end up the gay character? Who's going to be outed?
I thought it was supposed to be somebody who wasn't already in the comics, and I was worried it would be Plastic Man.
Plastic Man would actually be a really good one because his psych he's been a hetero life partner to the Silent Bob to his Jay Woozy Winks since the 1940s. So I mean, it would make sense, and it would not change the dynamic of the character one bit. But he's not prominent enough. I think he's shown up in one issue of Justice League International long enough to get his ass handed to him, I think, since the reboot. So I don't know. Sorry to shoot down your idea, but do you have anyone else before I kind of weigh in on my stuff?
Well, I didn't want it to be Plastic Man.
Okay, well then, good news for you.
Yeah, so that works out.
Yeah.
Who do you think? You got any ideas?
I don't know.
You don't know? I had more to say on this, and it's all gone.
Oh, bummer.
Oh. Doesn't Plastic Man have a kid? Baby Plas?
In the cartoons he does.
Yeah.
And I guess technically in the pre-reboot, the golden time between the 1 year later 52 book storyline and the reboot, he did have an illegitimate kid who became a hero named Offspring. Yeah, but whatever.
It's not going to be Swamp Thing.
No, definitely not.
Gay Swamp Thing. Swampy gay guy.
Yep. It's going to be making flower bouquets everywhere.
Vibe.
Vibe. That's actually one of the three that I had thought of. It's probably going to end up being Vibe. Because they haven't done anything with the character since the 1980s, and he was actually killed off at the end of the Detroit Justice League run, but for some reason he has started showing up in promotional art, and they've redone his thing on the DC Nation.
Yeah, we saw that the other day.
Yeah, and to be honest, Vibe back in the 80s was pretty gay.
His name is Vibe. That's pretty gay.
His power is sound-based and also breakdancing. But no, Vibe was definitely one of the three that I have a feeling is going to end up the character that they pick. The
Crypto the Superdog.
Oh, he's been sniffing too many butts,
Jimmy Olsen.
That was character number 2 that I was going to suggest. Yeah, I mean, and he is a very prominent character, not a superhero, so he wouldn't be as prevalent in the books. But it would be nothing for him to say, "Oh, hey, Clark, I can't grab dinner with you tonight. I'm going to go out and hang out with my boyfriend," and that would be it. That's all they'd have to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna go slam some dude in the butt.
Now you're just being insensitive.
Yeah.
But no. But the since we've already covered the 2, the third one that I have thought of, and I've put a lot of thought into this, but I think it might be Wally West, the second Flash, because he hasn't been around. He hasn't been around since the 52 reboot. He has a giant fan following. And he hasn't, and whenever he's mentioned by to DC, like saying, "Hey, where's Wally West? Where's the second Flash?" Anyone at DC has always said, "Oh, well, we have a big plan for him. Just forget about it." So I have a feeling that this is that big plan for him. I think he's going to become a a supporting character in the Flash books or possibly a liaison for the Justice League. And I think he's going to be the gay character.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, and I mean, eventually he might become a Flash as well, or a similarly named superhero, or similarly powered superhero, I guess.
Rainbow Flash.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah. Instead of Rainbow Dash?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. But no, that's pretty much my thoughts. And I mean, if I had to pick, it would be Nightwing, honestly, because if DC has had the idea of go big or go home with this whole New 52 thing since the relaunch, and I feel that he is a dominant and popular enough character, but they would also I don't know, it wouldn't hurt his history. It would just I don't know. I think he would be the main choice, but it's not going to happen.
I wish they'd just make an interesting story about it instead of just going, "Hey, this character's gay."
Yeah, exactly.
It.
I mean, they're doing something that should be, should have the finesse of a sculptor, and they're just coming at it with a sledgehammer, kind of.
Yeah, it'd be much more interesting story if he had to come to terms with the fact that he's gay. If he had to, maybe he's a married hero who discovers that he's gay.
Right. Well, I mean, he's had relationships in the past with the biggest one was with Barbara Gordon she was Oracle at the time, but Batgirl. So I mean, I mean, that would be something. Another good choice would probably be Jason Todd, who was the second Robin. It is now the Red Hood in his own book, because you've seen him team up with a almost naked alien chick, Starfire. But any chance that they've had with him, having the sexy times, it always kind of goes in a different direction. And I mean,
and Starfire's had the sexy times with several others.
with all the other characters, yes,
yeah,
yes. But no, that could be another choice. But if I were a betting man, I'd say it would either be Jimmy Olsen or Wally West for non-powered characters, or Vibe as a character.
The character who's named after a vibrator.
Yeah, pretty much. Seems appropriate.
Shorthand for vibrator.
Yep. My name is Vibe.
What did he
Also
say
dudes.
that short?
Everyone, my name is Vibe, and I'm going to kick it up.
He did have a hilarious line at the end of the short, and he gave a thumbs up or a wink or something afterwards. It was hilarious.
Awesome. See,
I took up both shorts too.
Really,
that weekend.
I haven't seen the full short. I've just seen the teaser that they've had online. And the other thing with this DC thing, and this is the last kind of thing we'll talk on it because we've talked for almost 20 minutes on it. I don't see why it has to be a huge deal, because there have been gay characters in DC before. I mean, you have the alien Starman, the blue-skinned, red-haired alien Starman. You've had the Tasmanian Devil with Guardians of the Globe.
That Tasmanian Devil.
No, not that Tasmanian Devil. They've had, it's not a superhero, but they had a character in one of the previous Green Lantern runs when Kyle Rayner was still Green Lantern. His civilian job's assistant was a gay character who there was a full arc about anti-gay bullying because he was beaten up for being gay, and Green Lantern had to almost killed some dudes because of it. I mean, gay characters in the DC universe is not a new idea.
But everybody else is making a big deal about it, so they have to.
Exactly, yeah. And the other, you know what? There is one more character, and this is almost kind of a joke, but it's so much of an in-joke, no one's going to laugh. There is they recently have folded in another, a DC offshoot imprint called Milestone Comics into the main DC universe. It's where Static Shock came from, and a couple of the other characters. And in the Milestone Comics, there was a Superman analog called Icon, he was a African American Superman, essentially. One of the things I kind of thought of was, they keep saying, it's going to be an iconic character. It's going to be a character. It's a giant DC icon. Well, maybe they're not hiding it. Maybe they're coming right out and saying
it's icon.
he is going to be the black Superman that is also gay.
That'd be good. That at least he's African American and gay. That's different.
Yeah, it is different. Although, to be honest, North Star's boyfriend is African American or African Canadian, I guess you would say. He's a black guy. So I mean, it would seem even more a little on the nose that they're trying to one up Marvel. You have a gay black character. We have a super gay black character.
He's more gay.
That's not what I meant, but that could be too.
Our guy is way gayer than your guy.
Can your gay guy do this? Oh man, we're gonna get some hate mail for this segment if anyone listened. All right, so anyways, I think we've pretty much slapped this one into submission. So let's move on to the next segment, one that you're gonna have a lot about. As much as I have talked about the DC comics, you're gonna have to talk about E3. So why don't you kind of jump into that one?
So E3, let me get rid of the bird first because he's going nuts.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, so E3 is coming up. Look up the dates real quick.
I want to say like the 4th, 5th.
June 5th through the 7th is what it looks like.
So E3 is coming up June 5th through the 7th, and we'll be covering it, but we won't be there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, you guys will be covering it because I can't sit in front of my computer for that long during the time. But no, that's cool. Now, I don't usually follow E3 at all. So what are some of the things that are kind of coming up on it?
Well, of course, you have the press conferences from Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. That's the biggest part, where they show off all the stuff they got for the coming year.
Right.
And that's basically the best part. That's what I pay the most attention to.
Okay.
Is I'll watch all those, and then I'll sit and wait for other stuff to trickle through from the show floor on the internet.
There's usually like announcements for games, and sometimes they'll show people playing games that are coming out soon.
Yeah.
Now,
if you go there, you got the whole show floor to try out new games.
Right. Now, do you think they're going to do any announcing, like a street date for the Wii U or anything like that?
I'm almost positive they will. That's what I think is going to be the big thing of the show, is the games that they'll announce for the Wii U.
Yeah.
You know there's going to have to be a big Mario game.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking they might do a Scribblenauts, because the Wii U has the touchpad.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. That would be really cool. That would almost be worth it for me to buy a Wii U. Plus, I hate the name Wii U.
I know, it's the worst.
But what are you going to do?
Why didn't they just call it the Revolution, like the Wii Revolution, or just the Revolution? They could have done a callback to the working name for the Wii.
For the Wii, yeah. Because they want the Wii name in it, so the people, grandparents and everybody who bought the Wii U that nobody thought or who bought the Wii and surprised everybody, they'll see a new Wii and then maybe buy that.
It's the Weevolution.
Yeah.
The Weevolution.
Hopefully we'll learn a lot more about that, because last E3 just kind of announced it and showed like a video. They didn't really
a video that confused
much.
A lot of people for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I got it.
Now, did you guys see I actually put a video up of, God, this must have been a couple months ago. They were doing a trailer for the new Rayman game, and it actually, the second half of it was like all these different things being used through the Wii U.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. If there's some other feature that they haven't told us. Because that was weird. They'd just stick stuff on it, and then it'd be in the game.
Well, it was almost like the Skylanders technology, where you have like a thing with like a reader chip in it. If that was actually a feature and not just some fancy editing or fancy commercial making, that would be excellent.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Especially if they made Pokemon cards that worked with it.
Yeah, right.
That would be cool. I would buy Pokemon cards again, play against other people online.
Yeah, but no, can you imagine like playing a Mario game and you have like a either like you get down to your last life, you die, and you quick toss on your 1-up mushroom onto the screen on your Wii U, and you get an extra do-over without losing your spot or something like that.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know how exactly it works because it's just that one video that leaked.
No, it's going to be interesting. Now, will Sony or Microsoft have anything to kind of go up against, like hardware-wise, that will go up against the Wii U?
I think I'll bet Sony will have something about the PlayStation 4. It'll be the equivalent of what they showed of the Wii U last year will be what they'll have for PlayStation 4, I'm guessing, just like a video and nothing real concrete. And I'll bet that Microsoft just dances around and tries to sell us the Kinect again.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You mean there's no Xbox 720 in the works? 2 circles?
I'm sure that there is, but I don't know if they'll say anything about it.
Yeah.
Because they really want people to buy a Kinect.
Yeah, I think that they kind of backed the wrong horse with the Kinect, I think.
Yeah. Which it sold pretty well at first, but I wouldn't recommend getting one. I bought one, and I haven't played a single thing on it that I would want to play regularly.
You mean you don't want to play Dance Dance Star Wars?
I did, actually. I got that. It is awful. And not just the dancing thing. The whole game is just awful.
Really?
Yeah, and it makes me feel so out of shape, too. That doesn't help. I played a couple levels, and I'm like, I'm tired. But it just, it barely works. Right?
Yeah.
And, it doesn't make sense to be using a lightsaber by swinging your bare fist around. Feels really weird, just, waving your fist at droids.
Yeah, that does seem that would be kind of weird, I guess.
It'd make more sense on the Wii.
Yeah. Yeah, right, yeah. I mean, I've even seen third-party adapters for the Wii to give them, lightsaber ends on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand why people buy those. They have no effect on the game.
No, same here. Yeah, the same with the tennis rackets and baseball bats and stuff. That makes you're just buying fluff. I mean, there's no reason for it.
At Meijer, we would sell those tennis rackets and baseball bats, and that's all the time. People buy it all the time. I just want to be like, why are you buying that?
That's just ridiculous.
You're wasting your money. It adds nothing to the gameplay.
It's almost as bad as the Super Punch-Out boxing gloves. Did you ever see those?
I didn't know they made those.
Yeah, they made boxing gloves where you actually had a slot to put your Wii controller into, the knuckles. So you would strap your hands up in boxing gloves, and I mean, you'd have to tie them. So you'd have to have someone to help you tie your own boxing gloves and place your Wiimotes in them. But you can't place your Wiimotes in them until you get the game started. So you have to navigate the menus, start the game, quick pause it, call your girlfriend over, put the Wiimote into your gloves, strap your gloves in, have someone tie them, and then have someone press or fumble.
Or push your nose onto the
Push your nose or try to punch the wall until you get the game to start playing so you can play one round and then take the gloves off, go to the next menu, and do the whole process over again. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
And it's going to be impossible to play the game and actually be any good.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Punch-Out is tough.
Yeah.
As Punch-Out should be.
Yeah, and no, it was hard. That game was tough. I spent, you don't know how many hours I stood in GameStop on my breaks trying to beat that game.
That is a great game. They need more games like that.
They do, yeah. They need to do a sequel, with more challengers, I think.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Maybe they'll have one of those for Wii U. I don't think so, but...
Yeah.
There's actually rumors floating around that I haven't posted about this, even though I should have, that they're going to make a Star Fox Metroid crossover game.
Oh, no, that would be cool.
Yeah, that's... Apparently a lot of people don't think so, because the comments were just awash with angry people, which I don't understand because I think it fits perfectly.
I think it does, too. I mean, if... I just lost it. I was going to say something smart and pithy, but I can't think of it now. I just lost it. Oh, if Bucky O'Hare can have human characters in it, then Star Fox could cross over with Metroid.
Yeah. I mean, Samus was raised by bird people.
Yeah, exactly. Just say they're in the next galaxy over. Done.
Yeah.
Done deal. And I mean, they've already met in Super Street or Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think both universes mesh up really well.
Yeah, they do. Especially with the darker tones that they've been taking the Star Fox
Yeah.
games recently.
I think they should throw Captain Falcon in there too while they're at it.
Oh, no, that Metroid and F-Zero definitely would be in the same universe.
Star Fox and F-Zero already kind of have.
Yeah.
Because Fox's dad, but he's human, is in the GameCube.
Oh, he is?
F-Zero. Yeah.
Oh,
James McLeod.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Huh.
And his ship looks like an R-Wing.
That's awesome.
So they might as well just hit all three
Yeah.
sci-fi Nintendo franchises all at once.
Yeah. And see, I always thought Legends of Zelda was like a Super and Metroid were in the same universe, just far ends of the history.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like how like Space Ghost and Mytor are the same universe, but like one's caveman and one's super space,
Yeah.
super future. It would be like that with, you know.
Well, Samus could be a super-duper future amalgamation of both Link and Zelda.
She could. That's very
Because,
true.
you know, the repeating timelines are a thing in Zelda where there's always a Link, a Zelda, and a Ganon, but Ganon's always the same guy, but Link and Zelda are always different.
Right.
You know, who's to say in the very, very far-flung future that Link and Zelda are just kind of the same person now?
Exactly. And I mean, you know, Ganon could be Mother Brain.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we're stretching a little bit too far. This is starting to sound like fan fiction, guys.
Yeah. Maybe Ganon is Ridley.
Maybe. Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, Ganon's final forms have become more and more animal-like.
Yeah. Maybe, I just lost what I was going to say, too.
Okay.
Oh, the Metroids are the Triforce.
Yeah. No, this is sounding a lot like fanfic. We need to do a about face.
Pull it back a little.
Yeah, this sounds bad. Dead
Let's
stop.
Let's throw Kid Icarus in there, maybe.
Yeah, there we go, Kid Icarus. And you know, Kirby should be in there somewhere. You know,
I mean,
they have knights and stuff, right?
yeah. Actually, Kirby has his own little home planet, the little star that he lit, Pop Star.
Yeah, right. And
Who's to say Pop Star is not floating out in there in the Metroid galaxy?
yeah, and you know, maybe they can all get together and have a fighting competition.
Yeah.
Someone should make that a game.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I'll bet they'll have a lot at E3. We'll bring it back to E3. I'll bet they'll have a lot of Smash Brothers stuff.
I hope so.
Because they said they were making one last year, but they didn't have anything. That's all they had was, we're making it.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, so for both 3DS and Wii U.
Really? Now I could see them porting the original over to 3DS and adding some characters. That would be my guess, or porting the GameCube version.
And they're supposed to be making a whole new one.
That'd be cool. Now, do you think they'll get more third-party characters?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Mega Man.
No, that would be cool. But I mean, you'd have to go through Capcom, and I mean, Capcom's already kind of tied in with. Well, no, I guess I was going to say the Street Fighter, but that's also Capcom. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that'd be cool too. Have Ryu in there.
yeah, that would be kind of neat. But you know,
But the 3DS Smash Brothers is supposed to connect to the Wii U one somehow.
really.
Like you train your character on the 3DS or something.
Oh, really? So like the that sounds like a Digimon thing. Do you remember those
Yeah.
things? Yeah, it sounds kind of like that. You have your handheld where you train it, and then you connect it to something, and you fight them. Fun for the whole family.
It'd be cool though if they did that. I'd get behind that.
Yeah. No, I kid about, stuff, but that actually does sound kind of cool.
And there's been so many fantastic 3DS games lately.
Yeah.
But I'm probably in the minority on this, but I think it's my favorite system right now. With that new Mario, the Mario 3D Land and Kid Icarus both.
Oh, yeah.
And the Zelda remake is really good. Like it's It is a nice system to own.
Yeah, I need to break down and spend the money on it. I haven't. I play a lot of games, but I don't. But there's a hard stop around 2002 for my game playing. I haven't owned an advanced system since the Nintendo 64. So
honestly, I play more old games than I do new ones.
Yeah,
too. But
the old games seem more. They have more replayability.
Yeah,
I think because I mean the new ones, you spend so much time getting into it and beating it, you don't want to look at the game anymore. I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, I could sit and play Super Street Fighter or Final Fantasy VI over and over and over again, where, some of these newer games,
Well, speaking of Final Fantasy VI, somebody modded ponies into it?
Oh, really?
I think it's ponyfantasy6.com. You can get the ROM to play the pony version of Final Fantasy.
Oh, of course. Of course is the pony version of Final Fantasy.
Of course there is.
I downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet. Maybe I should review it.
Maybe you should do a video of it.
Yeah.
Like play through the first level, or the first, maybe not the first arc, because that's kind of long, but like the first, up until you meet Edgar, or probably Twilight Sparkle.
Actually, Twilight is Terra. I know that much.
Oh, okay.
Which fits. I mean, they both use magic.
Yeah. Now, is it just like the story of Final Fantasy VI, but the sprites and names have been changed, or
they changed the dialogue too?
Oh,
but
they did.
It's still the same basic story.
Okay.
It's just pony ties.
I guarantee you, the Go-Go character is going to be Derpy.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
And Kefka is Discord.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which he would make a good Go-Go too, because he's
kind of a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who anybody else would be though. I think Apple Bloom is Sabin, which is weird.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Sabin does a lot of technical stuff, right? He's the
karate guy.
Oh, he's the karate guy. You'd think that would be Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, or at least Applejack, because she kicks stuff a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Also, the demo of that My Little Investigations came out too.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's Phoenix Wright, but ponies.
Everything is ponies.
Yeah, you solve mysteries as Twilight Sparkle by doing Phoenix Wright stuff.
Yeah. Which
I did play a little bit, and it's fully fan voice acted.
Really?
Which is kind of all over the place.
Yeah, yeah.
And the rarity is really good, but Twilight Sparkle is just kind of okay.
Ah.
I don't know. We're talking about ponies too much. How did we get? We got from E3 to ponies.
I don't know, guys. That's Everything is ponies.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Everything is ponies.
You can get to ponies from anything. It's like with Kevin Bacon.
It is. Can you get from Kevin Bacon to ponies?
Probably. I'd have to think about it.
But let's not think about it here.
Well, I'm sure you can. The guy that voices Discord is Q from Star Trek, and I'll bet you can link him to Kevin Bacon somehow.
I bet you. Yeah, that's true. I bet you could.
I'll bet that's your link.
Yeah.
So on news topics, I did a post the other day about Dan Harmon, being the creator of Community, being fired from the show by Sony. I think I titled it "Dan Harmon fired from Community by some douchebags at Sony."
And that's an apt title for your article, because they are some douchebags.
I have no idea why they treat that show so horribly, but it is by far one of the best shows on television.
By far, it was one of the best shows on television, because I have a feeling this is going to be its final season, and it's just going to drop. Well, with this fourth season, they'll be able to hit syndication numbers. Yeah,
it's the only reason why they're keeping it around for as long as they are.
Yeah, that is absolutely it. And I mean, the Stan Harmon thing. Do you think the over the phone blow up or feud with Chevy Chase has anything to do with his firing?
I don't think. I think it didn't help.
Yeah.
From what I've read on the internet, he's difficult to work with.
My family is very vested in media and stuff, and my dad has told me for years, whenever we watched, like Fletch or like National Lampoon's Vacation, my dad is because my dad is like me. He can't help saying trivia bits and being a wellspring of useless information. Every time we watched a movie like that, he would say, I bet this was a bitch to make because Chevy Chase is just terrible. Terrible to work with.
Well, that and Dan Harmon is apparently pretty difficult to work with, too.
Yeah, well, he seems pretty snarky.
Yeah.
Like, I liked his, the press release he made, like, totally bashing everyone at Sony and at NBC. He's like, well, yeah, they moved me into some, like, creative consultant thing, but to be honest, they're going to pay me they would pay me the same amount whether I'm actually doing my job or staying home playing video games and masturbating, so, whatever.
But I read an article on the Huffington Post about it, and they made a good point. With creative people like that, you have to deal with them being difficult because it's worth it. It pays off. You get a great show.
Yeah. And I feel bad because, this is probably going to be Chevy Chase's last thing he's going to do. Do you see him being in anything else after this?
No, and if it is anything else, it'll be a very similar role. Like, that's all I can play now is, like, snarky old man.
Yeah. The only thing he'd be able to do is, he'd be able to maybe be cast as a brief cameo if they ever redo the Fletch movie. Like, have you guys ever seen Fletch?
No, I've never seen Fletch.
You need to look it up. I don't know if it's on Netflix or not. Good movie. Very good movie. He's pretty much playing a 1970s young snarky, sarcastic asshole detective guy. But,
which I know they've been trying to remake it forever. Kevin Smith was attached to it at one point.
Yeah, but that was years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I don't see Chevy Chase doing anything. I don't see many of the characters. Donald Glover.
Or as Tina Fey called him in an episode of 30 Rock, Donald Glover.
Donald Glover, yeah. Yeah, I could see Donald Glover going on and doing this being like the springboard for him. I could see him going on and doing stuff.
His stand-up is good.
Oh,
yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah, and his rap's pretty good too. The Childish Gambino, the album.
I haven't heard it.
It's pretty good.
Look that up.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a kind of an old school kind of vibe. It's really good. But I don't see the guy playing Abed going on and doing a lot.
Danny Pudi,
yeah, I could see him, becoming bigger in the stand-up world, but I don't see him, getting another show anytime soon. Joel McHale, he's going to be, supporting cast of movies probably for the rest of his life. I don't see him really starring in a whole lot.
I like Joel McHale. He's a funny guy.
He is a funny guy. He should be doing more than he is.
And speaking of E3, the past 2 years, Ubisoft, he's hosted their press conference.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a good watch because he hosts it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. I might have to tune in this year then.
I don't know if he'll do it this year. I'm assuming. Why not? He did the past 2 years.
I'm sure. I'm assuming he might. But who else is on there? Shirley. She'll go back to doing like commercials probably.
Yeah.
And
Alison Brie will still be in.
Well, she's on
Mad Men.
Well, Alison Brie is hot, so that helps.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I found totally kind of off topic, but it's kind of not. Starburns. I did not realize he was the guy that made Moral Oral.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he said that. That's totally him. That is totally
that's him. Yeah.
I knew he wrote for that show, but I didn't put that together.
I know. Now that that's
that Dino Stumpa.
Giannopoulos.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. No, that's him. That's Starburns.
Oh.
Oh my god.
But the last half season, are you even going to watch it?
I hate to say this. I'm gonna catch hell for this, but I watch The Big Bang Theory, and it's on at the same time as Community. I'm part of the reason why the show's been in trouble for getting canceled many, many times. I am one of those douchebags. So, but I have been buying. I know. But I've been buying the DVD sets, so I've been trying, and I've been watching those. But
that's just as good.
Yeah, so I probably won't watch the last half of the season, but then again, I haven't been. So, and to be honest, I'm usually busy on Thursdays anyways. So
we record the podcast on Thursday.
Yeah,
I don't think I want to watch it because you might as well be reading Community fan fiction.
Well, there is that kind of sadistic kind of take of watching it to see how bad it gets, kind of like a train wreck. just to see how badly they fuck over Dan Harmon's creations.
Yeah. I'll bet it doesn't get bad, but I'll bet it gets horribly mediocre.
Yeah, I bet they start repeating bits.
Yeah.
Or you start seeing like sequels to bits from the first couple seasons, like the Academic Challenge rematch.
Yeah.
Or or they try to do another zombie episode or something like that.
Bring back Asian Annie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Or
right.
if they bring back Asian Annie, I'll watch it.
Yeah. Although it would be because one of the first signs of shows being brought down is blatant celebrity cameos and stuff. But I wouldn't be opposed to Jack Black and who was it? Owen Wilson coming back as the cool kids study group.
Yeah.
Yeah, because wasn't there an episode with Jack Black as like the new guy in the group?
Yeah.
He became the new Joel McHale.
Yeah.
And then he went back to his old group, and it was like Owen Wilson and Starburns and like a couple other people. I wouldn't mind seeing them come back, but whatever. So to wrap it up,
well, speaking of blatant celebrity appearances, what about that Simpsons with Lady Gaga on it?
didn't watch it. Haven't watched The Simpsons in years.
We watched it. It was, I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have not watched it and been fine.
Yeah. The most recent Simpsons episode I watched, it had a bunch of comic book writers guest star on it, and Alan Moore left his cave in the woods in England long enough to record his voice to yell at Milhouse.
That was the one with the Watchmen
Babies.
Vacation.
Yeah, Watchmen Babies on vacation. Yeah. That was awesome. That was a great thing.
But it just makes me think of the Simpsons episode that had Michael Jackson on it and how good that was.
Yeah.
Compared to how terrible. Although I don't want to have that discussion about how old Simpsons is better than new Simpsons because it's a waste of time.
It is. I mean that's common knowledge.
Yeah.
But I mean there was a definite point when it went from celebrities coming in and voicing other characters, and then it became celebrities coming on and voicing themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Albert Brooks coming in and doing a character that wasn't Albert Brooks. And like Michael Jackson coming in and doing a guy that's not Michael Jackson.
Just thinks he is.
Yeah, just thinks he is. But, that's fine.
But look, here comes Lady Gaga showing up, spending all this time with Lisa for no good reason.
Well, she has to make her feel good.
Except that she wanted to make her happy and not, yeah.
When did The Simpsons become about Lisa?
I don't know.
Because every time I've tried to watch the show recently, and granted it hasn't been often, but every time I've tried to watch it, it's been a Lisa episode. And it's like Lisa's the normal one with her family of crazy people.
There are a lot of episodes like that.
Yeah,
I just lost my headphones.
Oh.
Wait. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear now.
Yeah. But no, it's become like the Lisa show with her crazy family. And they pussified Bart Simpson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, let's get back on topic.
I mean, I like Lisa as a character.
I did until she became the main character. Until she got righteously indignant about things.
The voice box, the political voice box for the writers.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Because, in early episodes, she was the smart one, but she had just as many quirks as the rest of the family. The point of the show was there was no single character that was not normal. I mean, they were all off. Everyone in the town was off, and now it's like Lisa's the normal one, and she has to deal with everybody.
Yeah.
Anyways, back on topic. Community without Dan Harmon equals the suck.
Yeah. Dan Harmon is the special sauce on Community that gave it the extra bit to just be so much better than everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's just not going to have that, without his special sauce, the sandwich is just not going to have that zing.
Yeah.
Why were we talking about cheeseburgers?
I'm hungry.
Yeah. All right.
But also, if they cancel Parks and Rec after this half season, I will throw a fit.
Oh, yeah. Me too. I do watch that. I watch that quite a bit.
I mean, I love Community, but Parks and Rec is my favorite.
Yeah.
I will flip a table.
Yeah, I don't want to live in a world without Ron Swanson.
I know. Well, on the flip side of that, they could go back in time and cancel The Office 5 years ago, and I would be okay.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah. Like, that show should not have lasted past Jim and Pam's wedding. That should have been the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have made an excellent finale, actually.
It would have.
That was a good episode.
Yeah. But, oh well.
And 30 Rock can go ahead and end because I can tell that they want to end it.
They're starting to wrap it up.
Yeah.
You can tell.
And if Tina wants to end it, then that's the way it should go.
Yeah, she was on something I was watching, and she really sounded like she was done with it.
Well, it's had a good run, and it's been consistently good.
Yeah.
It made me like Tracy Morgan, and I never thought I would like Tracy Morgan.
Oh, yeah, I love Tracy Morgan now. Because every time I see him, I just picture that he's Tracy Jordan.
Yeah.
And then I immediately like whatever comes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Like watching Scare Tactics.
Yeah, right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
To me, it's just Tracy Jordan.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he still says, like, sometimes, like, weird stuff.
Yeah. What if Scare Tactics is really like a meta show? It's like a show that's hosted by Tracy Jordan.
Yeah, it's a show from the 30 Rock universe that somehow bled into reality.
Yeah, right. I feel that way about some stuff. Like do you remember the movie? This is a complete tangent from that might get cut out. Do you remember the movie Lost in Space with?
Yeah. The remake.
Yeah, with Matt LeBlanc and Lacey Chabert and all them. I remembered her because she is good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being in junior high when that came out and just being like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
I want to do Penny Robinson.
Yeah. But anyways, that movie is a terrible movie. Agreed. It's awful.
Oh yeah, I liked it when I was a kid, but I'm sure it's horrible.
Oh, I tried watching it, and it was bad until I got it in my head that it's not Matt LeBlanc. It's Joey from Friends acting in a film version of Lost in Space.
Oh, yeah.
And it made it infinitely better. It made it watchable. It made it a halfway decent movie if you picture it as a guy, not a guy who is acting badly, but a guy who is purposely acting badly because he's playing a character who can't act in a movie that shouldn't be made.
Remember what they did to the robot in that movie?
It did all sorts of weird stuff to Robot.
He's like all blue and...
Yeah.
I still have the toy of it in my garage somewhere.
Well, that was that had Gary Oldman in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Dr. Smith. He was actually probably the best part because he knew that it was going to be awful and just chewed. There was not a piece of scenery that was not chewed on. He was so over the top and ridiculous. It was great. Yeah.
And remember they find like that yellow monster guy that totally looks like he's designed to be in Happy Meals?
Oh, yeah.
It was the worst. Even as a kid, I was like, why is this guy here? What does he add to the movie?
Yeah. All right, well...
you could leave that in. That was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good, yeah. Well, do you want to move on to the next topic?
Sure.
All right.
We can talk about how rough the Diablo III launch has been.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
It's been a mess.
Yeah, that's what I hear. They've had a lot of server problems, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the game. I haven't been able to try it. But apparently ever since it launched, people couldn't get in because they were overloaded. Because apparently Blizzard forgot that their game was very popular.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of it is also it's a you have to be connected to the internet to play, even if you're doing single player.
Yeah, which I think is total bullcrap.
Yeah, well, I mean but unfortunately, I think it's the way it's going. I think it's the way everything is going. Because instead of it being a single player that you have the option of being multiplayer, it's a multiplayer game that you can turn off the multiplayer feature, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's another way to protect from piracy.
Which is the worst reason to do something that invasive.
Yeah, well, they got to protect their IP somehow.
Yeah. Even though it's a Blizzard game and people will buy it into the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Like they did with the other two Diablos. I mean, they still sell copies. Well, they probably don't anymore, but they still sell copies of Diablo 2 everywhere, like the battle chest.
Yeah.
Any software section in any store, even like like a Target will have Diablo 2 battle chest.
Yeah, and I actually heard this. I actually heard this earlier today on the Talk Without Rhythm podcast. I want to cite them because they are a good podcast. They talk about their movies. They do a quick kind of a recap thing at the beginning of their show. Excellent show. You should check it out. And they're based out of Ohio. And actually, one of the guys is based out of Kent, up near you guys.
Woo!
Yeah, woo! So
Kent.
Yeah. But anyways, they were one of the guys said that because Diablo 2 has been out for so long, one of the things that Blizzard is doing for the sake of good PR is that if you still have the the product code for your old game, but have lost or scratched your disc, you can actually sign up, or you can go through online and register with them, and they will allow you to connect to Diablo 2 without the disc because it's been like a decade. And things happen, so that's good for good PR, I guess.
Yeah. Keeps people from torrenting it too, because
yeah, exactly.
And that's still a legal gray area, even if you already own the game.
There's one other news thing that we could go through, but I really don't know how much I want to talk about it. But it's been getting a lot of hits on the site, so we might want to mention it. The Lego Batman 2 thing.
That looks so good. I'm surprised at how good that game looks.
It looks really, really good. I really want to play it. I mean, I love the Lego games to begin with.
Yeah, I'm kind of burnt out on the Lego games ever since Indiana Jones, but they're good games.
You need to pick up the Batman. It is, oh my god, the first Batman is excellent, and everyone is playable. I mean, you can be Man-Bat and Clayface and like even obscure ones you can play as.
That reminds me, Samantha's nephew had that. And of course he doesn't know who any of the characters are because he doesn't,
right.
Because he's 4.
Oh, yeah.
So he basically just made up names for all of them.
Nice.
And they're hilarious.
Nice.
He called Penguin the Mayor.
The Mayor? Nice.
The Mayor.
Awesome.
Catwoman was Kitty Girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Clayface is Chocolate Man.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can't remember any other ones, though.
Oh, man, it was so long ago. It was a couple.
I think he might have just said that Joker was the clown.
Okay, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That is phenomenal.
Chocolate Man.
Chocolate Man, yep.
And the mayor. It's like, oh yeah, it kind of looks like a mayor.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you can't really get the penguin-y aspects through Lego bricks.
Yeah.
But no, Lego Batman 2 looks really, really good.
Yeah, and it's almost not even just a Batman game. They might as well just called it Lego Justice League.
Well, they needed to brand it Lego Batman because I mean, it's still going to be a Batman game. I mean, there's still more Batman villains than any other villain.
Yeah.
But did you guys read the article I threw up on the site the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it sucks that they are. I think this is the first time that the Lego games have done this. That Traveler's Tales games have done this. But there's pre-order exclusive characters. So for the first time, you can't get all the characters in one game.
That.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't pre-order stuff.
No,
which we talked about on the last podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think we need to rehash that. But I mean, I want to play as both Shazam or Captain Marvel. I refuse to say Shazam. I want to play as both Captain Marvel and Gorilla Grodd. I want my talking monkey and my guy that's better than Superman because he's magic. But I can't because they are on 2 separate pre-orders.
And Zatanna's in there too. I want to play as her.
Yeah.
Without having to do some crap.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I don't know if they're eventually going to open up the DLC for, like the other DLC, like you have to pay extra for it.
I'm sure they will.
I hope they will. I hope they do, because that's... If they don't, if they're like, nope, you either have this hero pack or this villain pack, and never the twain shall meet, that is grade A bull poopy.
Yeah, it'll be a couple weeks before... Like, at least 2 or 3 weeks before they do it, but I'm sure you'll be able to buy it later.
Ah, man, I hope so. And you know what? Yeah, go ahead. They
wouldn't miss out on that profit opportunity.
Yeah.
Stupid not to.
Yeah. But have you seen the most recent trailer for it? I haven't thrown it up on the site yet, but...
Yeah, I watched it the other day. The flying will be so cool, and the fact that it's open world is even better.
Yeah, the open world thing, that's gonna be excellent. That's gonna be really cool. But no, it looks really good. And the one thing the one DLC, the one pre-order exclusive thing that I'm kind of interested in, if you get it through GameStop and EB, you actually get a actual physical Lex Luthor in his battle suit.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's almost reason enough to pre-order it through there because I want that Lego fig. Although there is a definite problem with it, but that's not something I want to get into on this podcast.
Oh no, what is it?
Well, no, I think the skin is tan. They're not yellow. Lego people are supposed to be yellow. I don't want to get into it here because I think it would be better served as either another podcast in its entirety, or when we're all together and have had a few adult beverages. I think
argue about Legos.
So we could argue about the skin color of Legos. Yes. Yeah. So, anyways, back to the podcast. I think we've pretty well gone through all of the news topics that we can for now. So, what do you say we take a break?
All right, sounds good.
All right, yeah, we have a couple of emails here today. The first one is from a Sergeant Danielle Colson, or as the subject line here says, Danielle Sergeant Colson. So I suppose Sergeant is like Mick or Saint or something like that. It's like a abbreviation to the last name, I suppose. And it reads, "Dear friend, greetings. I know you will be surprised to receive this email. But before I go further, I would like you to understand that I am writing this mail to you with due respect, trust. I really wish to have you as my good friend and also wishes to entrust some funds into your care, but I have already sent that funds out of Iraq. I feel quite safe dealing with you, period. I need your sincere and truthful friendship. I got your contract from your profile. My name is Sergeant Danielle Colson. I am serving in United States of America military in Afghanistan. I have $10.5 million that I successfully moved out of the country. I need a good partner, someone I can trust. It is oil business money we did with Afghanistan citizens worth of $142 million, but the $10.5 million stated is my share on the business deal, and it's legal. I have successfully moved the funds out of Afghanistan as a family valuable items with the help of diplomatic company. The most important thing is, and this is all in caps, can I trust you? Once the funds get to you, you take your 30% out and keep my own 70%. Your own part of this deal is to find a safe place where my part of the funds will be until I come to meet you for discussions on investment plans. But I have more interest on real estate or any other profitable investments. If you are interested, I will furnish you with more details. But the whole process is simple and we must keep a low profile at all times. I look forward to your reply and cooperation. It's hyphenated, that's why I stopped. And I thank you in advance as I anticipate your cooperation, waiting for your urgent response. My regards, Sergeant Danielle Colson."
I think you can believe it.
I think so, yeah.
She said trust a lot of times.
She
and
did.
That definitely means you can trust her.
Yep, she said trust and friendship, and I mean, she serves in the United States of America military. Yeah. So, I mean, how could you not trust someone from that?
From the United States of America military.
Yes, and I mean, she's working through diplomatic company. I mean, can't get more legit than that. So thank you for writing, and thanks for tuning into the show and reading the site. And hopefully you will find someone to get all your totally legal 100% oil monies into the U.S. with.
I mean, if you can't trust somebody from the United States military, army,
Yeah.
who can you trust?
Exactly. Yeah, who can you trust? You're right. You're absolutely right. So do you guys have one?
Yes, I've got one from a fan named Frank Victor
Okay.
from sonofgovernor@yahoo.com.
Nice.
Apparently the son of a governor.
Okay.
Hello, all caps, period. My name is, then it goes down one, Frank from Nig, which I'm assuming is Nigeria, short for Nigeria.
Yeah.
I'd
assume so.
We seem to have a large fan base there. They send us a lot of emails from Nigeria.
They do. Yeah, we're big in Nigeria.
Yeah. I am Frank, son of Governor of Lagos, State of Nig, Nigeria. I am looking for any bank manager over there to contact. I want to have Savis account over there. I am coming over there soon to stay and invest my money before. Then I need a bank manager that I can have his account number. Let me transfer all my money to him for my Savis account over there before I come over there. Please, if you're a bank manager and you can do it for me, please contact me by mail or phone, spelled PHOEN, number, and then there's a phone number. I won't read it on air for his privacy. I have, parentheses, $1, comma, 100 and, one word, 50 million, one word, close parenthesis, to transfer to you for my starting Savis account over there, so contact me. Let us G-A-2, talk about it. So bye, and God bless you from Fur Son. Some kind of furry, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Then it ends, discover Yahoo. Use Yahoo to plan a weekend, have fun online, and more. Check it out.
Nice. Can you believe all the people that have been wanting to give us money for this, for our podcast?
I know.
Yeah.
Or just people that need help with large sums of money.
I know. You would think that, they would have, bank managers or people who know money. But no. Apparently they're just looking for kind individuals. Like ourselves.
With great blogs.
Yeah. They're just blown away by the PXT, guys. They're just blown away.
They're just like, we can trust these guys.
Yeah. Oh man, that article on E3 is hilarious. They seem like they would be good with money.
I don't get where he thinks that one of us is a bank manager, but
it's worth a shot.
Blogger, bank manager, it's close.
Yeah.
Both start
Similar.
with a B.
Run in similar circles.
Yeah, of course they do. Yeah, right.
Big shout out to Nigeria, though. Thanks for listening.
Oh, yeah. I think everybody with an iPod in Nigeria is listening to our podcast. So thank you. And remember, if you want to send us your email or have us fence money through you, email us at staff@pizzaextremeteam.com, and we will read your stuff on the air.
Promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you send us. We'll read anything on air.
That's right. We are desperate. Desperate for attention.
We'll read your erotic Serenity fan fiction.
Erotic fan fiction.
Yeah.
Friend fiction.
Yeah. We will anything. Anything, guys. Come on.
Anything.
You gotta want it.
And don't forget, there's still a bounty for emails. If you send us an email, any email, with anything at all in it, we'll send you a free copy of Z-Boyd Games' Cthulhu Saves the World.
That's
which
right.
is a fantastic game.
Excellent game. I've been playing through it, and my goodness, guys. If you are like us, and I mean, you're listening to this, so I'm guessing you are, you're going to want to play this game. It is excellent.
And it can be yours for free. Just send us an email.
Yep. For $0 and almost no effort on your part.
Please at least have one full word in the email, though.
Yeah. Please make it clear that it's not spam.
Yeah.
That's the qualifier. It's the PXT we are not sending spam contest.
Yeah, we're sending you a real email. Not that the emails we've been receiving aren't real. Those are legitimate emails.
No, those are legitimate emails, but they seem a little busy to play video games. They have all this money on their hands.
Yeah.
They can afford to drop $3 for the game because of all that dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So contact us not regarding large sums of money.
Oh, I think we're running out of steam, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I guess with that, I think we're pretty well done with the show. But before we wrap it up, there's one announcement that we would like to make. Any of our listeners that have smartphones, you love downloading stupid apps, things that serve no purpose whatsoever. And you pay some money for it, like 99 cents for some, fake lighter that can't...
Fart machine.
For a fart machine, exactly. We are giving you an amazing service for absolutely $0. By the time you're listening to this, we should, and I stress the word should, have the official Pizza Extreme Team mobile app titled PXT Go online and ready for download for any smartphone mobile device. There is a catch, though. It costs money to put apps onto the iTunes. So, it costs $99 to put an app on an iTunes. So, we're not going to do that. However, there is going to be a special link on the site and a special ad at the top, a banner right at the top of the page that advertises our brand new app. You just click that. It'll take you through the steps of downloading it manually. We are going to bypass iTunes completely. We're going to stick it to the man.
In your face, Apple.
Exactly, in your face. However, you can go to the Android store or the Google Play store, as it's called now, and download it from there. So for the first time ever, Android users have a one-up on the Apple users. Take that, jerks. They only charge $25 to put apps in their app store. But anyways...
And they don't police it like Nazis.
Exactly. But anyways, this app, why should you download this app? Well, it is pound for pound the quickest way to access all of the content on pizzaextremeteam.com because you're not going through our slow-ass servers. You get links to every single one of our articles that we put up. There's a special button that you can access all of our podcasts right there on your phone. No downloading required. It's all streamed directly to your phone. So you're not going to be losing any space on your phone whatsoever. Just click, and you're listening to our sweet, sweet voices.
This sounds amazing. How much does this cost again?
For exactly $0, Cody.
It's not $19.95. It's not $24.95.
We would be stupid to charge that much for an app.
No, it's free. It's free. Can you believe that?
I can't.
You're literally giving this away.
I can't believe it, and I even made the stupid thing. Anyways, I know you're saying to yourself, "Hey, we can already go to the website on our cell phone. We can already download the things." But wait, there's more. We are going to have exclusive app-only content that we're going to be recording as soon as we get done here that you will not be able to find anywhere else. Not on the website, not on our podcast streams, nowhere else. And who knows, maybe eventually we'll have video on there. Maybe we'll have other games. I don't know. I'm still figuring this thing out as I go. The fact of the matter is, you can't live without the PXT Go mobile app. And for $0, you owe it to yourself. Treat yourself, people. Come on.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. All right, and with that little tiny bit of digital whoring, I say we are done with the Pizza Extreme Team podcast. You can find us each and every day on www.pizzaextremeteam.com. You can also go to our Facebook page, which I swear we need to get 30 people. I don't want to harp on it because we've already gone on about the app, but please like our page. Please, if you're on Twitter, you can find us at Pizza Extreme Team. You can also find my own personal Twitter at Robot Caveman.
You can find me at PXT_Cody. And Samantha's going to start using the official.
Yeah. There's hopefully going to be
Extreme
a lot
Team.
more use of the Twitter.
Yes, that is a good thing. We're actually going to start using our Twitter, so there might be a reason to actually like us or follow us on the Twitters.
Watch me harass celebrities.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So
on that note,
on that note, oh my God, we are dying a slow death.
there's going to be some great bonus content.
Oh my God, you are going to want to download that app. You're gonna want it.
And how much was that again?
$0. 0.
How can you afford to give away such quality?
How could we afford not to? All right. So for Pizzacast, I am Sam.
I'm Cody.
And I'm Samantha.
Pizza out.
There we go. I was waiting for someone to say it. All right.
The end of every podcast, we just completely lose it.
I know.
Ridiculous.
I know. It's great. I love it. So who wants to get this showboat a-going?
I can try it again.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
High energy,
Hey,
Cody. High energy.
Get setting. Do some laps around the room first.
So then I won't be able to breathe. Just the winded intro. Welcome to the pizza show.